Yeah, good morning. Today's our first day on the road. Left Superior, Montana here about half an hour ago. And so far so good. The morning's starting out really beautiful, although quite chilly, about 40 degrees this morning. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty rough day. Winter storm forecast, potential for snow. So to see what the morning looks like. Might be hunkering down in our tent for a good portion of the morning. Anyway, glad to be back on the road again. Montana never fails to disappoint. Just so beautiful here.
Where's the adventure now?
Yeah. Well, weather finally caught up with us. Just outside of Kelly Creek Campground, and it's pissing rain and 40 degrees. But thankfully we found this old Forest Service cabin that is unoccupied, and we made use of it. We made use of the overhang last night, and kept us nice and dry at least. Probably going to have to hunker down here for quite a while though, because this storm is forecast for the next couple of days. Riding along the Selway River Road here, just about to start, I think probably the worst climb of the whole segment here. I think over 7,000 feet to Elk City. But it's a gorgeous morning here. Here at the Hamby Saddle. Just about 3,700 feet of climbing this morning here on this gravel road. It was quite brutal. Pretty much no flat spots, just uphill the whole way. So we made it. Unfortunately, we still got another 3,000 more to go uphill. downtown Elk City, bustling little metropolis. Just had ourselves a fantastic breakfast at the VFW. And getting all of our food resupplied for the Magruder corridor, which we heard might be snow covered. Oh, Jim's got the Fritos. That should get him up there. Heading up Magruder Corridor Road here. I think about 15 or so miles up into it. Pretty tough climb. Steep at times and hot today anyway. But it's later in the afternoon now, so we're getting some shade. That helps. Yeah, pretty nice. We're getting some snow. Unfortunately, I heard there's possibly a lot of snow blocking the road up ahead, so we'll see if we can get through it or not. Well, we made it up here to 14-mile campsite, and it's not particularly appealing, but it's about what we can muster with our legs today, and there's really not much for quite a ways afterward. So snow is starting to get thicker, and I'm getting a little worried that we're going to be stranded or have to turn back, but we'll see. It'll be an adventure. I'm seeing a million of these little sweat bees everywhere we go. They're just amazing how many of them there are. Thankfully they don't bite and they don't sting. They just like to land on you and lick you, I think. So, and amazingly we have hardly seen a single mosquito yet. Thanking our stars for that. Just left our camp at 14 Mile Creek and working our way up the Magruder. An awesome morning so far. But we're anticipating some challenges ahead with snow.
Hope you had to come off.
Yeah. Well, we made it up here to Poet Creek. Pretty steep and rutted descent here. Make sure your brakes are in good shape before you start the descent down to Poet Creek. It's a beautiful little campsite, and we've got about a 3,000 foot climb now over the next 7 miles, and I'm guessing that a good portion of that is going to be covered with snow, so it'll be interesting to see. Working my way up here. After Poet Creek, it gets pretty steep, 8 to 10%, I'm guessing. Pretty much unrelenting. Nothing flat at all. And my legs just gave out. I just couldn't take it, so pushing now. And I think we're about 6,000 feet. We have to get up over 7,800 to get over this hump. 7,500 feet almost. And we got about 300 more vertical to get over the top of this little pass here, and it's looking like the snow has actually retreated enough that we may not have to push on the snow, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Well, I guess I was a little premature in my optimism there about the road conditions. Anyway, it's not too bad. Its grade is tolerable. The snow is thankfully firm enough. Anyway, should be able to get up there without too much pain. We'll see. About made it through. It was really arduous. Had to leave the panniers behind. Just could not push it with the full weight. So made 2 trips, and yeah, it was only maybe half a mile or so, but boy, that was challenging. And I'm not entirely sure we're out of the woods yet, actually, but at least it's more downhill now. So anyway, pretty exhausting day. Having fun yet?
Not yet.
I made skis for you so you can go back and get your panniers. Here's our camp here at Horse Heaven Hills, or Horse Heaven Saddle. It's kind of a desolate little spot here. But it was flat, which is the only criteria we were really asking for. And we have a little companion here. What's your name, Bambi? Bambi! What's your name? We're working our way up toward the Salmon Mountain Pass here, which is even higher and likely even snowier than what we just went through earlier. We're only at about 7,300 here and already had to push through snow. That thing tops out over 82. It's going to be a long, long day, but at least it's beautiful. I'm thinking we're right around 7,800 feet, and we have about 400 more vertical to the top. Had to carve a few kick trails there through the off-cambered snow. Almost lost the bike downhill there, but covered. Looking good right here. Got a nice pathway for the moment. Okay, I think I made it through the worst of it, and it's looking pretty good from here. There's about a mile of some pushing and some rolling, just depending on how far the snow reached out. Along the way I had a little minor misadventure with my bear spray. Somehow the safety clip had gotten pulled off, probably snagged on a branch. I had to break off tons of branches to get through here, and accidentally ended up spraying myself, which was not fun. Thankfully it was very short and it wasn't a full-on in the face, but so I had to jam a little piece of wood in there now. Yeah, got a little peppery taste in my mouth now, but my eyes are good. Just a gorgeous day. Aha! Made it up to the top of Nez Perce Pass. Our last climb, actually, of this segment of the Western Wildlands route. Tomorrow we'll be able to get into Darby for a little half day of rest. This was actually not too bad a climb. It was a real steady, constant grade, but never killer steep. About at least a third of it was paved, so weather was good, had a little tailwind, really can't complain, and the views up here are just gorgeous, so all is good in the world. And we're just finishing up section 2 here. This is the junction with section 3, but we're going to turn left and go up into Darby. And had a beautiful morning ride from the Fales Flat campground, which is highly recommended.